Hey guys, welcome back to Constantly Cruising with Will and Kara. We're happy to have you here on our channel. So we just wanted to start off because we just had come back from a cruise on the Enchanted Princess. So we just wanted to give you some feedback from our recent venture that we had there. We did want to let you know that the casino has changed around a little bit in terms of the smoking. So they did just switch around a few things. So if you've never been on the Enchanted Princess, the larger casino used to be the smoking area of the casino. And then they also had changed the double down, or also it's called the Take Five Lounge, into this non smoking casino. They've switched this around now. So the main big casino is now going to be your non-smoking casino. A lot of people are really excited about that. There was a lot of complaints about the smoking coming into the piazza and people could smell it too much, etc. So they've switched it. So now the closed off Take Five or Double Down, whichever one that you remember it being, is now going to be the smoking section of the casino.
Yep.
And then the larger part of the casino is going to be your non-smoking side. So what does that mean if you're a gambler? The tables are still going to be on your non-smoking side. So sorry if you're a smoker. To be honest with you, when you're a table gambler, you're not allowed to smoke anyway when you're sitting there at the table. So what does it really matter? And then on the smoking side, it's just a ton of slots.
Yep.
Good perks to that is there is the bar that's located there now on the smoking side. So it's pretty easy to access your drinks and have your bar attendants. I will say they were just reconfiguring all of this on our recent cruise. So
kind of updating the ventilation and everything.
yeah, so everything was actually non-smoking the whole time. But I did notice, as I'm more of a slot player than Will is, but the bar attendants were way more prevalent. So hopefully that's going to still stay true moving forward.
Yeah, and then that whole lounge area that was there with the double down bar, all that seating they've taken out, and they've replaced that whole section now with more slot machines. So
yeah, you have more options.
There's a lot more options over there, and there's probably twice as many slots as you had before if that lounge was there the last time you were on the boat.
It's exciting. We've heard that this might be something that they're just gauging with the Enchanted Princess. So I have no idea if this is something that they're going to do on all the future fleets. But at least for the Enchanted, you know that that's kind of the new layout. So we'll see what happens with the future fleets.
Yeah, we enjoyed it. Next, just a little bit of a shopping experience. We finished gambling one night in the casino. Kara wanted to stay a little bit longer. I wanted to go back to the room. So on the way back to the room, since I didn't have her with me, decided to stop inside of the jewelry store for a brief moment. It's formal night, all dressed up, and almost got wrangled into buying like a $10,000 watch. So
they saw him coming.
Learn from my mistake. I was flattered well and kind of gave into that a little bit more than I should have. But just in hindsight, a cruise is definitely probably not the place to make a spur of the moment decision, especially one that costs that much. Now, if you're in the market to buy something already, they do have the pre-owned Rolexes out a lot on almost every ship that we've been on. So if you're a Rolly person and you like to look at those and you're in the market for one, or even if you're in the market for a Tag Heuer or whatever, it's a good place to shop around for that, especially if you're elite, because you do get a pretty decent discount.
Yeah.
But again, not the place for a spur of the moment. And not the place to open up a line of credit to finance a watch you probably definitely can't afford, no matter how much of an investment they tell you it is.
We have purchased 2 watches, both for me. One was a guest watch, which was perfectly fine and actually I think comparable to anything that we would have found on land. And the second watch purchase that we did was a Citizens watch, which was a little bit of a splurge for us. That was for an anniversary gift for me. But you just need to kind of price check. So definitely take advantage of looking, and then maybe if you have the Wi-Fi, going back and price checking a few things online just to make sure that you're not getting ripped off of any of those. I do want to also mention on the new Star Princess, which we're getting ready to venture on November the 7th. So stay tuned for that, as well as the Sun Princess. They do have more boutique shopping on that. So for instance, they have a Pandora shop. There's normally 2 decks devoted to the shopping. That's normally different than just the piazza that you would find on the older class ships. But they do have
name brand handbags.
Yeah, name brand handbags. They have some name brand sunglasses. So it's great. But you just make sure that you price check before you just let them talk you into something spur of the moment.
Again, great place to spend your onboard credit.
Yes.
And if you are that elite status and you get that decent discount, I think it's 10 or 15%. Also, really great spot for that if it's something you're planning ahead of time.
Yeah.
Next up, we're going to talk about the dining.
Yes. So we did just travel with some family members. Again, we're going to be talking about the Enchanted. Sorry, this is just the most recent ship that we went on, but this is true for all of the fleets. So on your embarkation day, make sure that you know the main dining room in at least one of your dining rooms is available for lunch. So if you're on a smaller class fleet of ship, there might only be 2 dining rooms available. Again, on the Enchanted, as well as Star and Sun, there are normally 3 main dining rooms. They're also called MDRs, just in case you don't know the lingo. Check your patter as well as when you are boarding the ship. They're going to normally give you a sheet that tells you of all of the lunch options that are available to you. Most people want to hurdle into the buffet. Take advantage of the main dining room. It's great. You can kind of have a leisurely lunch. The food options, of course, are yummy. They're known on Princess of having the orange souffle as the dessert on your embarkation day. So make sure that you check, like I said, the sheet of paper that they'll give you as you board the ship, or also it'll be available on your patter as you board, and you may be available to see that in your cabin. It is normally a shorter period of time, so just be mindful of that. I believe normally it's open only from about 11:30 until about 1:30, so it's not long. So you need to catch that pretty early on. So especially for those of you like us in Fort Lauderdale that like to board pretty early, that's what we like to do. So just make sure that you check that out.
Yeah, anytime that we've done it, it's usually a lot less crowded. You don't have a whole lot of people, and anytime you go straight up to the main dining room, it's kind of like wall to wall people up there. So it's a nice quiet spot at the moment. It's kind of like an undiscovered secret. Hint, hint. Pro tip.
Yes. I will also say if you're not able to get on the boat early enough to catch the main dining room, another little pro tip: skip the buffet. Do the Lido deck. You can get pizza. You can get your burgers. On some instances, some of the cruises now have like a taco option. Yeah. That's a great thing to do. So that way you're avoiding just everybody being in the buffet. And that way you also get the great views when you're there on the Lido deck.
Nice.
Also, what we wanted to bring to your attention is what is available on your sea days. Not everybody knows about this. So I do want to touch upon, especially if you have a plus or premier package. So this is a great time to take advantage of your casual dining experiences. So for us, again, on the Enchanted, they have O'Malley's as well as Gigi's. So Gigi's is also known as Alfredo's on a whole lot of other fleets, but those are the 2 casual dining options found on the Enchanted. I don't know if every single fleet has O'Malley's available, but again, check your pattern, see what's available there, but take advantage of those casual dinings on your sea days. Those are a great time to catch your lunch. So normally, especially with your plus package, you get 2 of those per 7-day sailings. If you have a premier package, it's unlimited. So take advantage of both of those. So for us, again, for an example, we were with family members. Both parties had the plus package. So for one of our sea days, again, we were on a 7-day venture. We did Gigi's on a sea day one time. And then the second sea day, we took advantage of O'Malley's. So make sure that you know that those are available to you. They're not always there and open on the port days. So again, check your pattern or check your journey on your app.
Nice. All right. Okay, then this next thing we wanted to talk about, kind of the last one on our list here, is we just had a great experience. This was Kara's 3rd time on the Enchanted. It was my 2nd. But even that, it was our 4th cruise this year. But we're starting to get to the point where we're noticing a lot of the crew. And just
making friends.
And so make sure that you're nice to the crew. Make sure that you tip them well. Let them know that they're appreciated. Once you start going back and seeing the same faces and start building some relationships, it just makes the cruise so much more enjoyable. It definitely did for us this time around. And we're seeing faces that we've seen in different ships as well. We're looking forward to this next cruise that we're going on here in a few weeks on the Emerald. Because we already know some faces that we're going to see on that ship, and we're kind of excited to see these guys again and see what they're up to.
And as you make those friends with those crew members, what's really fun for us, I do have a couple of them that I add, not everybody, but a couple of them that I add on Instagram just as friends. So I always let them know when I'm sailing again, and letting them know what ship I'm going to be on, and asking what their next ship may be. And as Will mentioned, one bartender in particular, we've now followed her for about 6 different cruises without meaning to, but she found out that really on the next 2 ventures, there's a particular bartender that we knew about, and he's going to be on our next 2 sailings, which is really exciting. It's really actually just as much of a dream for them to have you back. They love seeing a familiar face. So we do make sure that we like to take care of those people in particular. Again, this particular bartender, she's amazing. She even remembers our drinks. So even as we're walking up to the bar, she went
the first day.
Yeah, she makes exactly what we want, which is crazy to me, because you think about how many people they interact with on a day-to-day basis, and then on a week-to-week or back-to-back, or however many cruises they go on, and yet she still remembers us, which makes us feel special too. So just make sure that you tip accordingly and take care of those people, because they work really, really hard for what they do.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And this last thing, just to wrap up the video, while we were on the Enchanted, we popped over 100 subscribers. We couldn't be more excited.
Yes.
Just thank you so much to everybody that's watching these videos.
Yeah.
We hope they're helpful. They've definitely been fun to make, and it's something fun for us to do. It just makes us enjoy the whole process a whole lot more. But thank you so much, and please like and share. Send this to somebody that you think it might be helpful for.
And we know that we are complete newbies to this, so we appreciate your patience as we probably struggle through some of these. We did want to let you guys know we're going to plan to do a live stream. That's going to be this Thursday. So today is the 22nd of September, which is Monday. So that would make it the 25th of September. So please stay tuned to that. Is it the 25th?
Yeah. No, today's the 22nd.
Right.
It'll be the 25th, and we'll try to post this first thing tomorrow on Tuesday. But Thursday evening, and we'll try to put up a post and schedule that so you can kind of see it. Again, it's going to be our first swing at this, So if there's all kinds of technical difficulties,
Yeah.
and we apologize in
Bear with
advance.
us.
Bear with us, but we're going to give it a shot.
Yeah, but we really, really appreciate all of your subscriptions, all of your comments. Even if you don't agree with everything that we say, we love that you still pop on there and express your feelings and opinions. But please stay tuned because we're going to have lots more, hopefully, videos coming up. I'm sorry that we've been a little bit delayed on some of these, but stay tuned to our channel. Again, if you haven't liked or subscribed to our channel yet, please do.
So.
We're
Yeah.
so excited to grow this channel. And we, like Will said, we hope it's helpful for your traveling adventures.
Awesome. Thank you so much for watching Constantly Cruising, and we'll see you in the next video.
Yes, bon voyage.